Bit of the Tusk, and now, maybe a Doom would have to be here, I assume.
Yes.
Well, what gave
Vici
you
don't have to
that
ban the Doom.
idea?
Virtus.Pro will have to ban the Doom because Vici have the first pick.
So they do a Spirit Breaker, and there's the Doom. Maybe they go for their classic Undying first pick here.
Yep.
And there it is. This is becoming almost a little too easy.
It's going to be a question as to whether or not we see something like a Alchemist Morphling, which Vici Gaming playing. I don't see Virtus.Pro letting them get Alchemist Morphling in the second stage, which is where you can't get that full trio of heroes, but they get the Alchemist.
Oh my god, are we going to see it?
We're going to see a Morphling ban. I think if Vici have done their homework.
I'm going to assume they did their homework,
yeah. That was hilarious. When I saw you casting that game, I was rolling.
It was great. I was just doing like a casual, like we'd already had like the stream taken over, so like BTS was casting Europe, and I'm just in my room like chilling, like, oh, I'll just stream this game because otherwise it won't be streamed. I'm just like, what the hell am I watching? There's invisible tombstones. There's a Morphling picked up for one thing. Like, what is this?
Well, unfortunately, we won't get to see the glorious trifecta of Vici Gaming strat here. It looks like Virtus.Pro have indeed done their homework. They saw them rave about it, and they will be removing the Morphling in the second phase.
It's a shame, though.
It is a shame.
You don't see an Aghanims Morphling often.
But we still can see possibly that Aghanims Undying, which is just scary as hell. 10 strength, sap, hit even just 4 people. It's just ridiculous. So, still potential there. And we'll continue to move on forward. A ban on the Bounty Hunter comes out from Vici Gaming. Interesting enough. I don't know what really raises a flag that you need to remove a Bounty Hunter into the second phase.
He's quite a big pest for the Alchemist mid, who's got low base armor and doesn't like being harassed. He wants to have like a pure 1v1 in the mid lane. So they want to ban it. They're banning out both Bounty and Slatter, both heroes which are good against Alchemists. In quite different ways. Slatter's more in the mid game, Bounty's more in the early game. So I think they just want to try and shore up the mid lane as much as possible for Super there.
I really hope this is DK Phobos Darkseer. That Darkseer previous game did not have a lot of success.
Yeah.
Reserve time.
But they know that too.
It felt like a last-second decision to run it as a support.
Yeah.
So for Vici Gaming, they're not going to be too worried about the Morph ban. They've done the Undying Alchemist without the Morphling, I think, at least once. And normally what they do here is they, instead of having the offlane Morphling, it's actually just going to be a standard offlane Undying for Ice. And they go for an aggressive lane, possibly a dual lane there, and pick up like a standard fighting style hero for Burning. This won't be an Alchemist, the Anti-Mage draft. They've already gone pretty greedy with the Alchemist pick, so more likely we see Burning on something along the lines of a Gyrocopter or a Juggernaut, something more early game centric with at least the ability to rotate to early game clashes.
How much emphasis do you think Vici Gaming put in getting Aghanims candidates in their draft?
Very little, I think. Well, not very little. I think fairly low. Like, it's not an important factor for them so much. They run the like in the past when they've run this, they've never actually even farmed. I don't think he's really even pulled Aghanim Scepters with the Morphling. Morph would just farm his own Ag Scepter. They had one game where I think they had a Queen of Pain for Burning, and he just farmed his own Ag Scepter as well. So it doesn't feel like until you reach ultra late game that Alk starts pulling Ag Scepters with the way that Super plays it with the Radiance build. And even most, like, I always think like, oh, they're going to pull a lot of Ag Scepters, and it's always very underwhelming with how many Ags get pulled.
I like the Age of Deprivation pickup.
I can't help but love that pick. I mean, it's obviously very good against the Alchemist with
And
his
Undying.
ultimate and the Undying sustain. It makes me wonder if maybe Vici Gaming kind of passed over that when they banned instead the Bounty Hunter or the
And it
Slardar.
reminds me of the game that VP had against EG at MLG, where he went something like 21-14 on his Ancient Apparition, Lil, I believe.
Yeah,
It
he was
was
a sharpshooter.
He actually was a sharpshooter. It was really fun to watch. So I'm hoping perhaps he'll be as successful here as he was there. And another hero with a heal.
Yep.
But also his heal won't go through.
And an Ags candidate.
Yeah.
And an Axe
Not
candidate.
picked for that reason.
I know.
My
I
defense.
know. But hey,
don't just call me out like
this
that.
turns into like a 70-minute game. You know,
Yeah.
you never
Oh.
know. But
Everybody's gonna have Axe.
Yeah, it's absolutely nice. Gives you a lot of extra slashes and all the mini hits in between. So.
But a burning classic nonetheless. He has shown that he can be ridiculous with the farm potential on this hero and tremendous amounts of physical damage to go along with it. So very nice. We'll benefit from like the acid spray. Great Roche candidate there as well. So they have great Roche potential between just the three of them. And now we go to Virtus.Pro. We lost our fancy overlay. It's back again though. Don't worry. Bam.
Look at that.
Glorious
Stars. We won't see
Standard.
stars here. It's too much smog.
That haze though.
Even without, I don't think you would. Singapore, small city, not many stars.
No, what if it's nighttime?
You'd be surprised.
Really?
I don't think there'll be many stars.
Oh,
Maybe a select few.
okay. Well, not like we can test it out,
got
so I'll
more
believe
here.
you.
Yeah, no, you can believe me on this one, Chief. I could be just talking out of my ass, which happens a lot.
At least we have stars in the
Yeah,
draft, which is
absolutely.
great. And star players in the tournament.
Burning is a
Wow.
star.
Yeah.
Fourth grab here for Virtus.Pro. Looking for possibly the secondary support. Also need to get that Illidan hero at some
10
point.
seconds remaining.
Rubik.
Okay.
Gonna be the
They-
grab for now.
Very just natural pairing, the Rubik AA. You've got great synergy, dominate the laning stage. And you can aggro trialing with this easily if you really want to. Doesn't, I mean, you can roam, doesn't necessarily, not really the natural way to play it because you need to commit both supports if you want to try and gank someone like the Alchemist. I guess Rubik alone with SF like level 5 can find kills on Alchemist. But there aren't many openings to find kills mid with just one support rotation. So you don't normally want to have to rotate both supports to find
10
kills.
seconds remaining.
Lots of great things to steal as well. Even just like something as small as the healing ward,
5
Omni Slash,
seconds
acid
remaining.
spray, the concoction, Undying
Tombstone,
Tombstone.
yeah.
A plethora.
Reserve
I really
Delicious
like the
spell.
acid spray deal if we can get, by the way. Shadowfiend's gonna have a field day.
I think they want to get like a last pick kind of physical damage based core if they can. I mean, Slider would have been fantastic, but banned out, of course, when you've got the SF already on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Vici Gaming need to consider a support to help out the mid lane a bit, or not? Or I mean, well, I was actually thinking more for Virtus.Pro. I've seen before the Alchemist Shadowfiend matchup, and Shadowfiend struggled. The acid spray was just a lot to handle.
I'm trying to think what would be the ideal support there.
I mean,
Dazzle
they
would
already
be
have
bad.
the Rubik AA for their side, so
Yeah.
I mean, they could put more emphasis on making sure Shadowfiend just has a terrible time.
I
feel like-
mean, if you want to give Shadowfiend a terrible time, you're gonna pick up a Bane.
Yeah, Bane's solid. I think
10
Bane or Dazzle both
seconds
like good
remaining.
level
Yeah.
1 supports. Dazzle, I think maybe too much reliance on the
5
heals against an
seconds
AA. That's like a 4th hero with a heal.
Yeah.
AA can also count the Grave. If not for that, Dazzle would be fantastic here. They go Shadow Shaman though, so
Whenever I see a Shadow Shaman
Yeah.
come out and not a Lion, it's like they obviously need him for the wards or some sort of synergy, because
Yeah.
you already get the double disable with someone like a Lion, but most teams prefer the Lion. They like having the extra bit of burst, and well,
10
I guess a
seconds
Shadow
remaining.
Shaman, is it just for extra objective taking, or
5
it just seems a bit
seconds
peculiar
remaining.
they go for him?
a little better at zoning a Darkseer and just in lane against Darkseer than a Lion is.
Reserve time.
Because you can shackle, like when he tries to surge away, you shackle like right after the surge cast, so it burns the surge cooldown. Whereas a Lion, you can't hex after it. You can impale, but impales are really short.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Short duration. So Shadow Shaman in general has more kill potential with the Juggernaut in lane than a Lion does.
Venomancer last ban for Virtus.Pro. Does that give anything away what they're going for? Because it's a
TA,
counter.
if they're in
TA,
Shadowfiend
is
in
it-
a safe lane.
Well, they're worried about, I guess, annoying dual lane here to go with the Undying in the off lane.
Plus, Venomancer is a common support even with Alchemist, because you typically benefit from the easy
Yeah.
Ags grab.
I think that's probably a big point here.
You also like Veno for Vision. To counter Vision, one hero that relies on Vision or wants to have Vision, Night Stalker. I'm not sure Virtus.Pro run it as a core, but I believe they did in the past. Not sure how
Yep.
short ago they did that, but
I am surprised how much we've been seeing Night Stalker get ignored
Yeah.
at this point. He was the
10
hot
seconds
commodity at
remaining.
MLG. Like, you could not even see a first phase go by without the
5
Night Stalker
seconds
banner pick.
remaining.
But here it's been neglected strongly.
And the main other thing that VP also have to keep in mind is that
Reserve time.
Vici Gaming could mix it up and run a
5
support Undying
seconds
and pick
remaining.
like do the last big brood, for example.
Oh my!
Oh, I like
Is this
it.
the famous?
you mentioned minus armor for Slaughter. Well, Slaughter was banned
Yeah.
out. You got some minus armor in Vengeful Spirit instead. We had actually Anuxi earlier asking, "Oh, when is Virtus.Pro gonna pick Vengeful Spirit core again?" Well,
Here we
there she is. I love it. If it's gonna work out, I don't know, but love it anyways.
go. I like the poor man's Slaughter, but
I guess.
it works nicely. Some more carry potential. Oh, okay. Jug going off lane, so it will be a support Undying. It's not an off lane last pick; it's a safe lane last pick. And you look at this
Wow.
tri-lane of VP, I think they're slightly worried about an aggro tri-lane coming out from Rubik AA plus Venge, and they say, what's a great tri-lane versus tri-lane hero? Gyrocopter. Cooldown is great against all these squishy heroes as well. And this may deter VP from going aggro tri-lane, or if there is an aggro tri-lane, it just means that Vici Gaming have some firepower of their own.
This almost feels a bit all in with Virtus.Pro, though. I mean, every time I see the Vengeful Spirit, I always get a bit
Yeah.
nervous. Was not very successful MLG when I saw it firsthand.
Their team fight's a little lackluster on the side of VP. Like, they've still got a decent
Lots of
initiation from
single target.
Darkseid, but they don't have that Like, Darkseer has to be the one leading the fight. Normally you want like a Slider to blink crush, and then Darkseer can come in as that like secondary follow-up or counter initiation onto. Because Vici Gaming have no reason to group up. It'll just be like a gyrocopter alone on the front lines or Alchemist. You're never going to be in a position for like a multiple hero vacuum wall if you're positioned well.
All right, we'll be hopping into the game now. We get a pause, so what better time to throw it over to our casters to fill the dead space right now. We'll get it over to Lumi and OD. Gentlemen, have some fun. Take it away.
Thanks for that, Cole guy. Here we are anyway. Virtus.Pro up against Vici Gaming. Game 2 here between these two sides, and well, the drafts, Lumi. I mean, VP are certainly going all in on the lanes, having this kind of tri-lane that's going to be the Venge, Rubik, and AA. I mean, if they get behind Vici's lineup, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and we don't know whether this is a defensive tri-lane or offensive tri-lane. Did the analyst say something about that?
I don't know. I assume that you listen to Lumi.
Yeah.
I never listen to the analysts. No,
I mean,
load of rubbish.
You don't need to, because...
Dude, we've already got them. I've got you here, Lumi.
Exactly.
Why would I need to listen to them when you can
Exactly.
fill me in with a load?
So I'm not sure whether they go offensive or defensive. That's why, because this is a very powerful offensive tri-lane when they do want to run it. When you have Chilling Touch, can you imagine, Magic Missile hitting, and then you have Chilling Touch, and you have the Rubik Lift. You're going to do a ton of right-click damage. With that said, that means you're going to get Juggernaut a little bit of free farm as well. So the off-lane Juggernaut, Daryl's ran it back in the DK heydays with some mixed results. Sometimes he gets a lot of it done. Sometimes he gets very little done. So we'll see whether it's going to be successful here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see G back on the Shadow Fiend, one of his stronger heroes, a hero that we see get banned out a lot as well when VP are playing.
Yep.
So that's going to be obviously Lil on his Rubik. Again, that's his hero. FNG on his signature AA, and even Phobos on his Dark. So these are very strong heroes here for the side of VP, and it's really going to be down to how well the position 1 Venge works this game. That's going to be what a lot of people will be very interested to see pan out from the side. And obviously VG themselves going with a lineup that they are very, very comfortable with once again. They're going to be running Undying. This time Femra is going to be taking it. You've got the Alchemist involved and burning on his Gyrocopter, FY on the Shaman. Also one of those picks, kind of like the Venge in the sense that we just don't see it a lot in this patch. Some teams are opting to try and bring it back, and it is fairly strong, as you said, with the buff to Shackles and such, and the fact that with those wards you can take towers very quickly. And
Roshan, you're on the dire side.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's who's actually playing the Shaman? Is it FY or is it Fenrir?
Isn't it? Yeah, it's FY on the Shaman. They've got Fenrir on the Undying.
Yeah, FY generally kind of the 4 position. If he does get the Blink Dagger, will give you that key initiation against Darkseer or Shadow Fiend or the like. But I think the carry Venge is even a rare sight. We just don't see that at all.
Yes.
In terms of dairy crafting, a carry Venge will give you quick access into both of her passive and her minus armor. So ideally you hit level 11 and you max both terror and your passive, and you just go for a very strong timing push. You do have your Shadow Fiend aura in conjunction, so a lot of minus armor, a lot of damage right from the get-go, and you're looking to kind of siege the tier 1 towers. You're gonna get that mid game very early.
I mean, this is a bit of an issue. They're not contesting the Alchemist rune at all, so Super will be able to get that, of course, straight out to him. He's actually going to go for the boots first here with that burst of gold.
It's a great choice. Normally you save for the bottle, but
yeah,
in this game, if you look at what VP wants to do, they want to gank a lot early on with the Rubik and the A rotating in, and possibly even the Venge. So getting the survivability item is, to me, the safer choice.
We're going to see in a moment, see how long Lil hangs around here, just to try and make sure that G gets those early stacks up with the Necromastery. It's going to be Super on his own, and just trading hits here with Lil. I guess the question is, what lane do you feel is going to be the most dangerous for a side?
Yeah, I think FY with the ability to get Shackle level 2 to me is more dangerous. Level 1 at the shock, very good at harassing as well. Bottom lane, Undying to me is excellent zoner, right? Especially against these two fairly squishy heroes. There you go, 2-man decay. He's only sitting at 700 HP. He doesn't really care about your harass. In fact, he's going in and punching people. So I feel like Vici's got the better lane overall.
Okay. And would you agree over the map? Is there, where are VP coming out on top of this game?
VP is coming out on top on the jungle stacks for G. I think they're ramping up. They're going to start slow in the lane, but they're going to ramp up much better. Because DK Fogbo, for example, once he gets level 3, he could start just double iron shouting the creep, and he'll get farm. The big question mark for me is this Illidan Venge, right? Like, in theory, you could get level 11 and do a lot, but how do you get that level 11? Undying is actually not a pushover in the lane, so we'll see how VP plays this defensive tri-lane here.
They're gonna.
It's gonna be hard to kill the Juggernaut, yeah. Which, by the way, Winter and I are trying to call him Darrow for the rest of the tournament.
Oh, I see.
Do you want to be?
He wants to change his name, so we're giving him his real name.
Well, I think it's just Winter and I
Yeah.
being cheeky. So I don't know if you want to.
What about Dazzle?
What about why Dazzle?
Because it's like the short and west friend Daryl.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is he
Ferry
dead?
I think he's dead. Look at this chilling
All right.
touch. All right, first blood there. Ice trying to move in with the Blade Fury. He's going to look for Lil. Well, Lil looks for the Jukes, but won't be able to get himself out. So it's a 1-for-1 here.
Oh, they might get more. That's a haste rune on Darrow. And Darrow's coming with the crits.
Oh, Magic Missiles there, but I think
Kofi?
he to chase.
No, Kofi ain't taking in.
Oh.
Is that a third kill?
He's going to go for
Darrow.
more.
Darrow.
Classic Daryl here. Oh, they got the telekinesis. He's still going to go. Is he done?
Oh!
There we
Fable's
go.
going to do it.
They do stop
Femura's going to give the charge. I don't know what Femura's real name is.
So I think he finds this though.
It's probably like Bob, right?
Bob. The classic Eastern name.
You know, you really like to call player by the first name. You got the Steve on
You got
Excalibur.
Steve, Excalibur. You
You
got,
got
Jimmy.
Sing on Sing Sing.
Sing? Yeah, but his first name's Wei Sing.
Isn't Wei his last name?
No, Wei's his. No, it's Wei Sing, isn't it? I don't know. Sing's not even in this goddamn tournament.
Neither is Excalibur, you know. It's
Which is good. My stream. Bottom lane, moving in again with the Blade Fury. Ice might get the kill onto Lil. Look at the damage here. Whoa! That's going to be one kill here. Lil's trying to take down the Tombstone. Will find it. And now Femura's going to chase him into the tree line here.
I think he's dead.
Hey.
Tango. He's been looking for that one tree for the longest time. He's got boots as well. In fact, he's look at him. He spot 2 TPs. He's like, oh, I'm gonna die. Let me spam my gold.
He's good. He's got backup now from
Yeah,
FNG
he's good,
coming
he's
into
good.
play as well.
In fact, they're gonna make a go here. Magic Missile will hit, and look at the burst damage. Man,
Damn.
is he actually leveling up missiles for Illidan?
He's a man.
He is leveling up missiles.
I mean, it's working out. Getting the kills top lane. Jack and then attached with the rocket
Oh,
barrage as
one
well.
more.
Very close indeed.
All right.
All right, 3-3 on the board at the moment. Pretty chaotic, left, right, centre. Mid lane, though, looking good for G. 26-11 against the 16 for 0. A slightly better time here than Super. But obviously, as an out, it doesn't really matter in the sense that Super's always going to be able to find the farm on the Alchemy. We should almost certainly expect to see him just rocket up the board when he starts to go into the jungle and clear out the stacks. There's no stacks at the moment here is being done by the supports. As, they've had to kind of focus on the lanes, really, to ensure that their cores are safe.
The big difference is that Vici Gaming are forcing VP supports to be not stacking as well, as we see Magic Missile being disjointed. Normally you expect Hardy or FNG to be stacking a lot more for their Shadow Fiend, but because there's this through lane that they need to stop, Shadow Fiend kind of has to stack for himself.
Bottom lane again. They're going to try and go in, and this time they'll get the kill. The wombo combo here from this try,
And
and
they get
it's
the tombstone.
absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
And of course, Femura back as well. I mean, they're finding the kills for sure. You know, Illidan's what? Did die the once, but 3 assists. It's all going on down on this bottom lane, and he said before the Jug off lane hasn't been too flashy. He has found the kills, but dying 3 times so far. I mean, is this much of a kind of a hindrance here for VG, or is this a clear lane win for VP, or do you think they're still going to be happy that they are finding something in return?
It is a lane win, but the fact that, again, the supports for VP hasn't been able to help the other lanes,
Yes.
you could make an argument it's a wash. The big concern for me is that Juggernaut's not one of those heroes like a Darkseer where he could recover in the jungle, per se, right? Like, Juggernaut needs to still hit the creeps. He needs some times. He needs to get some items. And Juggernaut needs quite a bit of levels as well. So I feel like they're doing a very excellent job shutting down this Juggernaut.
Oh, we're seeing DK Phobos as well. 5.5 minutes in, he's having to play very careful because he's only level 2 here on this Darkseer. I mean, kind of begs the question. Do you know, there's going to be a point very soon that we see him just head to the jungle and leave the lane.
Right.
He might even be doing that now here.
Well, the thing is, if you're the Shadow Fiend, do you want to share experience with that?
Yeah. Oh, ice. He's got to be careful that they don't find the telekinesis, and they will. They've got a magic missile as well.
Wow.
I mean,
The magic missile hasn't even ended this time, yeah.
Close.
Very good thing that he actually casted the missile as he's lifted up, so there is no spin being used. And then you just guarantee the kill, so nicely done. There you go. Show the team fight
There's
recap.
the fight recap.
The one kill fight recap. They got him.
Got to see those numbers. Top lane, he's getting a bit of confidence here, Phobos. He's coming out, realizes that the movement has kind of come across the map as FY left the top lane. There's going to be movement from VP here as they start to rotate their own supports. They're happy with how much of kind of a head start they've given Illidan in that lane. Let's see if they can find anything for G here. He's got an Invis Arena straight away with the Razors, looking for Femre. Should be able to burst him down, waiting for the final, but he doesn't even need to get it in. AA finishes off the kill there, and G continuing his performance in the mid lane, 51 for 19.
Yeah.
He is so far ahead of this Alchemist.
You can't ask for much better of a start for VP. And remember the haste rune that Darrow got and got the 1 extra kill? I think that was just unlucky by them. Darrow coming in hot here. Magic Missile will hit. Terra's going to do a little bit more damage. He's going to try to walk it off. One more right click. Magic 6 is going to be there, but Venge is moving fast. Swap and a couple more right click spin. It does not help you block some physical damage. Illidan getting a solo kill here.
All right, this is...
Is he going for Midas or is he going for Trez?
He just goes Trez. I mean...
You're getting more levels, ain't a bad thing.
Levels isn't bad. Get that aura up. Get the...
Yo, we got t-shirt. We got Nanyang hoodies.
Look at that. I feel proper Nanyongs now. There we go.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Lumi.
Now we could go home
I
and feel like we got rewarded.
Exactly.
For a hard day
it was
of
all
work.
worth it at the end of the day. But VG, they've got their work cut out. If this game's going to be all worth it, 3-7. VP showed. I mean, we did kind of expect this. You know, with the heroes that VP kind of laned here, you knew this tri lane was going to make action happen, and I think VG did as well. They've obviously kind of got all their...
I don't think they expected this
This
strong
one,
of a lane.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
They didn't expect Darrow to die 5 times. I guess this is the kind of the bad point here for VG at the moment. It's not going great for the Jug.
You know, one thing that the analyst brought up is that VG always wins game 1 in this tournament and then lose game 2. So this trend...
That has happened, yeah. It seems to be the way. I just see that I guess their opponents just figure them out in game 2 and say, all right, you want to do that? We'll bring this kind of play style to the game.
Or maybe Darrow gets too laxed after winning game 1.
He's
Who
like,
knows?
oh, we got this.
Who knows?
Sits back, eats his hot chocolate, drinks his hot chocolate.
So the one thing they do have going for them is that they shut down DK Phobos quite hard, right? Like, he's level 3, he ain't doing anything. Again, I talked about it last game, we saw FNG Starks here. You really need level on this hero, you really need a lot of gold on this hero, and so far he's getting Niter. So that's a good thing. And you cannot forget that there is an Alchemist.
There is.
Yeah,
It's
so
all about Super's gameplay here.
he's got 2,600 gold, so hey.
He's getting there. He certainly is racking up that money. Will managed to steal the ward here, so it's a little bit nicer. Try and nice.
Do you want to go in there?
They swap him and go?
No, they got called in on the backup, so you don't want to... Actually, they stole Healing Ward.
Yeah.
Are these level 6 before the Juggernaut is? I think you should have went there. You got Healing Ward? Tank it up?
Yeah, this is... the lane's going so good here for a VP down at the bomb. It is just all about this this kind of Alchemist, really.
Yeah.
And what Super's going to be able to do for the side.
Well, actually, though, there's also an AA, so is Alchemist the
I mean, they've got ways to deal with the Alchemist. That's the problem. But it's going to be up to how much he can farm. Obviously, how much space is given to Burning. He's on 54 for 35, but it's still G, really, with the show-stopping performance in terms of farm at the moment.
Yeah, the 3 bottom hero here for VP, to me, they have the bigger impacts. If you look at their skill build, Cold Feet is being maxed out, Magic Missile is being maxed out, so they're very excellent in getting these single target ganks. In fact, we have a Smoke and then a TP from Illidan Storm Rage, as well as Iron Shell on top. This could be a very cheeky... Oh, swap, Magic Missile. The immediate Hex is there, but that's an easy kill, and he is on a killing spree. Yeah, Power Tread's being picked up. I think he's going to go for probably Drums, you know? Help your early game ganking squad to move in close and fast.
I wouldn't be surprised. Drums is going to be a nice pickup for the man in terms of just chasing people down. And they're trying to look elsewhere with that. Same smoke as well. Lil actually headed towards the mid lane.
That's an effective smoke.
Yeah, if they can find something with this as well, this is going to be pretty huge. At the moment, well, you got Super. He's playing it safe, so they won't quite find him there. Just checking out if there's any stacks. They won't be lucky to find so, but they'll still be able to clear out some of the jungle there. G keeping his farm game up high. Picking up an Ogre Club as well. I mean, against this lineup with the Shaman, is this a game where you go for the BKB, or do you feel he's just going to feel confident enough just to get the classic kind of S and Y online first? I guess
he's going first.
Yeah.
And I think the reasons their supports and their team is doing so well that you don't really need to get that ultra defensive item. You can get a little bit greedy, get some stats on them. The big thing is that I think right now Vici's map to farm has been really shrink down. Look at top lane, DK Phobos is pushing in, mid lane, you know, Alchemist doesn't feel too safe. So looks like Birding says, I can't farm too much. Let's see what I could do in the jungle right now of the enemy team.
Looking for an Ice Blast onto Super. And talking about Super, of course, with that little expedition to the jungle, he is still sitting at the top of the net worth.
Bottom lane looks like, oh, he's probably dead. He's trying to juke around. There is an Omni Slash. He needs to really break some angles here. Looks like he's just resigned to his fate.
Vici will get the kill. They'll put down the wards here as well, looking for the tier 1. At the same time, though, mid lane, G finds himself a tower.
So, despite this big lead that VP has right now, we gotta remind ourselves that Venge is not exactly the best scaling hero.
Yes, absolutely. They need to keep this pressure up and keep this momentum going, otherwise especially against Vici's lineup. They've got so many potential late game horrors. They're going to look for Super here with the magic missile. He did get off the yacht. Is the regen going to be enough? No, it's not. G had a double damage room, but now Ice coming in with the ability. Oh, nearly bring him down. Ice on the way here.
Ice blast there. Bang!
Oh,
Double!
double kill for FNG. Absolutely on point.
By the way, Hardy's got spin. Maybe he can go for it. He's spinning in right now, but the right click from FY is going to bring him down. Meanwhile, looks like Vengeful Spirit got picked down by burning as well, walking next to his rocket barrage. So I got to say, impressive comeback from Vici, but more impressive is ODPixel's camera control. I've not missed a kill yet.
Thank you, Lumi. Yep,
I'm patting you in the back.
The Russian cast and the Chinese cast are having to put up with my camera work. So.
Like,
we had to make cuts at this tournament, you know. Had to get the ODPixel camera. Don't jinx it, Lumi. We're 12 minutes in there.
Curse, you're going to miss the next
18
5
kills. Yeah. I'm trying to focus. Trying to keep in the zone. And burning. They've been spotted out here. They'd love to try and go for this VP. Now bringing in Illidan as well.
What does burning got?
Let's have a look. What's he got?
All right, so he looks like
he's going for the S&Y as well. Okay, found Femre. They're going to spook him. You've got Super coming into the jungle with a concoction.
Oh, I don't know.
This man's very good. Get the Ice Blast out. Okay. Or can he tick him down low enough? Right. There's going to be the swap as well. Looking for burning. They should be able to pop. That's going to be low enough. They'll get Illidan in return, surely. Oh,
no, magic stick?
No, there we go. The Blade Fury.
Okay.
Finishing him off. I was going to say, if they keep him alive, they get the shackle set up onto Lil, and they've got a concoction flying through as well. So that even though they get the gyro here, VP looks to lose 3 heroes off the back of it.
Yeah. So I like the fact that VP is being aggressive and they're trying to limit the farming space of Vici. But the fact that you just gave away 2 kills like that, I mean, it defeats the purpose of you going to the jungle, right? Like, giving them some kills. So I'd like to see VP kind of tighten things up a little bit. But this is some Russian aggression coming in.
It is, and for the most part working out, but in that last little fight, certainly being swung back around by Vici. Phobos' farm stepping up, you know, he's got the mech and the soaring. He's getting there. Isn't the fastest of starts, but he's still going to be good. Offlane Jug, he's working towards the drums for the team. Now what else have we got coming out? Femre still looking fairly poor. FY starting to stack up that gold for that inevitable Blink Dagger on the Shaman. 1200 in his back.
I don't know what the Go Graph is saying, but I feel like this game is quite even at this point. Oh, the Radiance.
And now it's going to shoot up.
Yeah. So as good of a start that we had on VP, I feel like it wasn't enough. At least they got what? All the tier 1 tower being removed. I'd like them to take over the enemy jungle, maybe even go for the tier 2s, but it seems like that's not the case. Mid lane though, they do get burning. That's 1 big kill.
Very big kill there. Burning characteristic as well. We saw burning in all the series today. Always plays very safe and very rarely gets caught out by these kind of 5-man, 4-man rotations. So.
You know, BKB first may be a very ultra defensive item, but you can see why it's so good in this game, right? It blocks a majority of the magic damage coming out from VP. So maybe BKB might have been the better choice, but right now VP taking advantage of the fact that Gyro is dead for 15 more seconds, and looks like they will get the Roshan without too much of a challenge.
What do you reckon about this? So FNG is his first time. He's going to go for the Rod of Ages.
Oh yeah, man, we're going for a pick-off lineup, right? Obviously the Midas into Aghanims is the standard choice, but you don't want to take the game that late. There's still that Alchemist. Maybe you could go for it as a secondary item, but right now a Atos into Cold Feet, a spell that you have max, is a guarantee setup, so I like the choice quite a bit.
Top lane G as well, his farm been very, very good. He's up to 1500 now on top of the S&Y. And he's still fairly close to the Alchemist. Obviously, we do expect to see that Alchemist break away with that Radiance. But nonetheless, we're still at a point of the game where it's very close between these two sides. Just 2k in it at the moment, 15 minutes in.
So what has Illidan's got, apart from the drum? He's on the bench.
It's just, I thought they picked up the Ogre Club. I might see an S&Y come out from him as well. To be
or maybe BKB, depending how he feels the game's going. Most likely S&Y. Illidan might be in a little bit of trouble.
All the turnaround here, holding him prone, back ice, but Lil takes concoction to the face. Blade Fury forward, and they slash onto Illidan. They'll get themselves the kill there. They will tick out, though, to the Ice Blast there, the Alchemist. So it's a 2-for-1. They do manage to take down Fed out.
Yeah. The problem that we're starting to get into this stage of the game is that Shadow Fiend is expected to carry his entire squad in terms of damage output. Meanwhile, comparing to the Vici gaming side, you got the Gyrocopter, you get a little bit of damage from the Juggernaut, and you got quite a bit from the Alchemist as well. So I feel like as this game goes on and on, Shadow Fiend could be easily controlled with a Blink Hex, for example, from the Shadow Shaman. So I think G needs to... I mean, he's having an excellent game in terms of farm, but I'm not sure whether it's enough.
Look at the TP out here. They'll throw everything down, nearly getting the vacuum out, but not quite able to catch him, unfortunately, for the side of VP. And yeah, we're going to see some kind of action coming out. Yeah, they've got a smoke.
And they got the Atos finish. Here we go. Got some pickoff.
I mean, this is a ridiculously good timing here for FNG.
Yeah. I mean, you're support.
Yeah.
But he, what is his score? He's 7-3. So he's might as well be a core, right? Looking at his, are they going to find themselves some FY? Not exactly a person you want. And, all right, there you go. Look at the kill. And they did get a quit. You don't want to mess around with this one.
A little with the stolen ever shot. Just whips out in the wings. And space kind of being created for G as well.
Yeah.
They pick up that helm now on top of the S and Y. 2K coming up as well. There's your TP's in there for Super. He's got the Ashe now, the Radiant, so going for that classic Manta now. Just to keep up that farming pace. Now VP at the moment, they're certainly hitting their timings, and the pressure that they needed to apply is working out the most part. They may be losing a little bit too much in terms of return kills that VG are finding off the back of it. We'll see what happens in this mid lane now as they start to push onto the tier 2. They're going to want to jump in here. Do have the Omni slash up in 15 seconds. And moving forward, we'll take a rocket barrage, they'll take a kill, and there's the swap onto Burning here. He gets the cooldown out, the water beat drops in the middle of the fight as well. There's the other shot, they get the wall out, the ice blast as well. They'll find the Shaman, G getting incredibly low here. They're going to lose him, who has got the Aegis. We'll be back for round 2. Lil just eating the Death Lords here. And this is 3 down, maybe even 4 as G left alone in the middle of it. 4 kills for the side of VG. Only DK Phobos getting himself out.
I mean, VP dove under the tier 2 tower against Master Serpent Ward and, of course, the zombie house. Not exactly the place you want to fight. And again, we talked about how precarious the lead VP has. They need to win the game. Quick. Did you hear the expert analysis I gave? They need to win the game.
That's why we hired you.
Yeah. Sorry, we got a secret message. That's why we got. What? Come do stream over.
It's a secret message.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry, Shiva. I have no idea what you just asked me to do.
Yeah, we need to see this message in English.
If this production goes to pot after this game, then that's because I have no idea.
At ShiverGaming.com.
Yeah, just tweet any technical issues at her. She'll be sure to get them sorted.
Yeah.
But anyway, 16-16 at the moment. Are you feeling the VG draft kicking into flavor now, or do you feel it is still VP's game that they've got to grasp on?
Can you help me make like a bad car reference? Like
what?
You know, like a gear. Right? I don't drive stick, so I don't know.
What the hell are you on?
So you know when you drive stick, right?
What?
You go into high gear.
I don't swing that way. What?
Goddamn.
What? Let's talk about
just
Dota
work
2.
with me.
Come on. Anyway, you're talking about car. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, they're going fast.
They're going fast.
And they're slowing down.
Okay.
And they're switching to lower gears.
Okay. So what do they do to stop them?
You gotta turn it back up to higher gear.
Well, let's see if VP heed your expert advice here, Lumi. Super.
My expert advice is to win Dota.
Super. Just taking one on the header for the team. They are moving in. The ice blast will fly through.
Alright.
Super. Ooh, we got a pause a roo. Let's see what else is going on. There's BKB coming around the corner here for G. Juggernaut, 1400 now. So, I mean, Ice is recovering quite nicely from the early start. We saw him die, what, 5 times in lane? And he's been finding himself the involvements in the kills. Lil here, is he going for a
BKB?
Or is he just building the Academics Ogu Club first? I mean,
okay, that's
it'd be a very early BKB, wouldn't it, for the Rubik? But do you feel it's necessary here?
Normally, you would want to go for the blink. But if you look at the side of their teammates, you got Swap and you got the Radavetos as initiation tools. So he's feeling like, you know what?
But don't you think it's going to be the Axe here for them?
I mean, I guess you could go for the Disarm, maybe? Like, what else would you build with the Oka Club? You're not going to go SMY. So, and for the same reason of you're going to mostly stay back, maybe BKB's not going to be too helpful. So maybe Heaven's Helper or Axe? I don't know. It's weird, though, because when you go for Axe, you normally start with the Point Booster, so...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Unless he panic bought in a situation in that mid lane fight, perhaps, where he just wanted to spend the 1k gold without losing anything.
Right, that's true.
That could have happened.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
The key thing for me for VP right now is to finish the BKB on Shadow Fiend and try to get a gank off before the Roshan. I feel like all of these things need to really go their way. If they kind of trade evenly, like a 3-for-3, 3-for-2, that's not going to be enough. Like VP needs to take overwhelming odds, win big fights. Can't just win small ones here. Looks like FY is going down way. Vacuum, all right. That's a good start. They need to get the quick kill here, and looks like we're going to see Atos. We dropped some wards here. Not sure whether that's going to be good, but Omni Slash doing a ton of damage. They need to focus on the zombie house. In fact, it's being left alone. Meanwhile, FNG is being chased away. They're going to focus them down. Wow, Ice just got melted.
Oh, that swap from Illidan.
Wait, is that their own tombstone?
Yep.
Little Hardy stole the tombstone.
He's a little pro. All right. That's very nice of them. That swap at the end as well from Illidan, securing them that extra kill onto the Undying. I mean, that's the fight we'd be looking for.
I think Shaman dropped all his wards, so good amount,
yeah,
like 200 gold
being
being farmed by the Vengeful Spirit, and I believe the AA. Nobody died there, so this is the fight they need. 3-0, good clean pick-off. Unfortunately, they don't have any towers to get, so how are we doing on the Roshan time? Are we going to see a quick spawn, or? All right. Oh, we won't know yet. We won't know. So maybe a smoke gank before the Roche spawn and see if we can get something done there.
Yeah, let's see what the next plan of action is. We're still yet to see what Illidan's going to be doing with the Soku Club, whether it's going to be an SNY or the BKB. Super, just making the most of the map. And with the Radiance and Manta done, it looks like he is going to begin working on, I guess it could be the Octarine first. It depends.
That is true.
Because if he gets the Octarine online, that's kind of then the core 3 items you need. And the bots as well. He hasn't got the bot share, has he? No, he's not got boosted travel. So boosted travel and Octarine, and that might be the point where we then see him start to build the Acronyms here for the lineup, because there's a fair few heroes that are going to appreciate the Acronyms, pretty much everyone bar the Gyro, and it may even get to that point in the game where we're going to see some global cooldowns come out.
Can we check on Undying's skill build?
We can after we check what they do here. Ice Blast is going to get thrown out
God.
very nice onto multiple units here. They've already lost the Shaman. Super trying to move in onto Illidan. He's falling pretty quick, but the swap out is there. Illidan's going to save himself. The FNG may not be as lucky. The Blade Fury, no, he's actually kept alive here. He's actually turning around with a vacuum. The 1 to 3. And now Fenrir getting burst low by the Requiem at XY. Ice goes down as well. And G just turning up at the right time there with the BKB and some beautiful swapping. They do still lose the 2 heroes, but just buying the time for Vici to get sucked in and Phobos to find a beautiful vacuum wall.
And of course, Hardy's stolen Tombstone earlier. Did a lot of work. And it looks like he has restolen a Tombstone, or he didn't actually steal any spells. He wants to keep
not
that
stolen anything else yet, still on.
Want to keep that around. There is a possibility we might see a triple BKB build coming out from Virtus.Pro, right? Venge finishes his BKB, maybe even Rubik. No. Rubik's going for the Aghanims. And the fact that there's so many good Ags ult that you can steal on the other side, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think the Aghanims is going to be very nice for Rubik.
I think, though, if the Alchemist is building Aghanims, maybe you give it to the Undying. That's why I wanted to check
the Undying first, you reckon?
Yeah, maybe. Well, let's see if he's max decay. If he's max decay, I think he's a strong contender. Looks like he's ramping it up. The reason is that you have very squishy heroes like Rubik and Venge. You take 10 strength from them, they're paper after that. So I guess Shaman is another very, very strong candidate. Maybe even the Juggernaut. But I think it is going to be that Octarine build from the Alchemist. So we're not going to see that Aghanims giveaway for much later.
As we can see the kills at the moment, I mean, it's been AA's game, really. FNG on the 958. Well, let's see a bit of action here from the guys. Vici heading into the jungle of the Radiant, maybe looking for a potential wrap round here. Let's see what they've got the jump here with FY. Will jump in and gets the Hex onto G in there. The Death Walls are dropped as well. But look at the damage coming through his burning. Has had the Ice Blast being thrown onto him, but it doesn't matter. The Blade Fury from Ice chasing down G. He's popped the BKB, but they'll continue to chase him here on this one. Phobos, potentially with the Iron Shell, he's just going to surge himself away. G's going to be fine. The rest of them can still chasing. At the same time,
Owen!
I missed the kill.
Nah, it's fine. It's a team fight. I understand.
We'll follow that. But nonetheless, a very, very nice fight indeed for Vici. It's going to be at a point where Roshan has just spawned, and that's going to be at a better time if Vici want to try and head into the pit and take it. So.
A very good time to take a fight for Vici. They just got the Blink Dagger on FY, and they decide to reveal it while using a smoke ring right before the Roshan spawning. So, good victory there, and they're going to try to get this. I don't think it'll happen here, because Ice Blast has just respawned. I mean, the hero has respawned, and Ice Blast is coming in hot. You need to get out of there quick. Oh, this could be bad. Oh, they know that.
Oh!
Just a little bit
Nearly having the timing there. It did still pass by onto Super. The concoction. The question is, they stick around for Roche or?
Oh, the swap!
Oh, the swap. Oh, BKB comes out just in time. And
get out of there!
Going for it. Look at this damage coming out. The cooldown as well is going to be huge. The wall's being dropped, but it's just not doing a lot against the side of them. And Vici may even look for more. They've got the telekinesis Super. to be able to throw the stun out. No, G's coming back in here with the BKB, and the stun catches them all. Looking for the races on Super. Cold Feet going to allow them to find the kill onto Alchemist. They do get the kill back on Super.
All right, 1-for-1 trade. BKB on both carry is down. And again, they have the Rod of Atos as initiation, but unfortunately that Tombstone really kind of slowing things down.
Can they go for Roshan here? That's the question.
I mean, looks like they're trying to. Tombstone should be back up in like 20 seconds or so. Meanwhile, we do see that point booster on the EA. Is Hardy finished with a Zag?
No, he's still working on it.
Okay.
He's going to fight again, VG.
The call down's back on. I'm not sure whether you want to go for this.
Lil charging up the stolen concoction here. He's going to stun himself. And he's trying to come in from the back. And there we go, blinking forward. You're going to see Burning Charm working onto Lil, who holds back Burning at the moment with telekinesis. Cold Feet connects. G looks for the Requiem, but he gets it off. It's beautiful. He finds the Shame, and now the turn with the punches. The Omni Slash coming out, though. Bouncing around. Not enough to get a kill, though. Burning's trying to do what he can to control G. And Ice Ice to get himself out. G's going to get taken down here. The second Requiem. Now with a swap. Illidan's trying to find Ice Ice, and he will there with a magic missile. But again, a bit of a mess of a fight, and this time it's VG coming out on top.
Yeah, and they got the Alchemist coming back alive, so he's going to join in. I really don't think VP has the resource to really take it down, given the fact that Shadow Fiend's dead for 60 seconds. So I think Vici should be able to take down Roshan, considering that the Alchemist should be able to tank. To me, FY has been playing an amazing game, because normally one of the spells that you're looking to actively steal is that Mass Serpent Ward. As we do see a buyback from the AA. Just throwing out an Ice Blast to check. Roshan will get immediately forfeited. But yeah, FY has been doing an excellent job protecting his Mass Serpent Wards from being stolen. That is the turning point of the fight. If Little Hardy could ever steal a Mass Serpent Ward, you just win that fight immediately.
Yeah, I think Burning deserves a shout out as well. His kind of attendance in the fights has been absolutely necessary here. Every time for VG. 9 kills, 9 assists. Only dying the 2 times as well. He's been choosing the fights very nicely with his team. Ooh, okay, they called out Super here. And they should be able to burst him here. He is very dead indeed. Cold Feet kicks in. Burning now with the BKB. He's going to try and fight here. The Tombstone has control, looking for Illidan to be the first one. And the Blade Fury from Ice Ice will ensure that they'll find that there. So VG do get a return. There's a buyback from Super as well on this Alchemist. So again, this kind of defense of the Roshan pit continues. Both teams not ready to give a buyback from Illidan here. So both of the both cores buying back, and the fight just never ends really around this pit.
I mean, you just like games like this, right?
Right now, just action here.
VP realized if they get the Aegis on the gyrocopter, there's no way VP will win the next fight. So VP needs to do whatever they can to prevent that Aegis from happening. And here we go.
Oh, FY drops the death floor at the wards here. Making the vacuum wall into the Ice Blast. Super bursting down really low. They'll find the kill here. Illidan's still alive. The Troll
Aegis on the ground.
Who's going to be able to pick it up? G. He snatches the Aegis. He turns his attention towards Burning. They get Burning as well here. They're all still alive on the side of VP. Requiem coming out will tickle FY, but they'll get the vision. They'll get the kill. Ice looking to do what he can with the Blade Fury. G getting low, but it's not enough. Double kill for G. They'll clean up the wards as well, and G lives with the Aegis intact. A full team wipe against the side of VG. And what was an incredibly tense moment that went on for, I feel like, about 5 minutes around that pit. So that's the definitive ending there to that fight. VP taking the win. They didn't get the Roshan kill, but they did get the Aegis onto G. Absolutely massive.
I mean, you talk about wombo combo all the time, but the vacuum into Ice Blast, that is the truest of all wombo combos. As no regen on, I think, Super, and I think it was the gyrocopter that also got caught. And of course, the rest of the team just came in. Of course, Guardian Grief's online is looking to win this game. Vici not tapping out just yet, but we got to keep in mind that Alchemist just bought back. So
they could definitely still put another fight into it. They've got tier 2s on the bottom line. It's not going to be mega creeps at the worst here against Vici.
But you're definitely losing one set of ranks.
Yeah. And they may even look for a second one top as well.
All right, so
how carefully do they want to play? Yeah, they want to back up and they want to get the push back in here. So
let's quickly check in terms of what items are going to work on right now. I imagine the Aghanim Scepter is going to get finished very quickly. Lil Hardy's going to pick his up. And looks like the AA is going to finish this. Aghanim Scepter as well. DK Phobos picking up a possibility a part of a Shiva's card. And G is working to get his Butterfly. Like, I feel like all of these items are going to be too much for Vici to handle. The only person that's not getting item is the Vengeful Spirit, because he's going to just... She's been dying a little bit too much.
Let's have a look at these graphs as well after that fight. Up and down and up and down and up. Yep. And it's going up. VP now setting the precedent in this match.
And they're not giving any time for Vici to recover. They're gonna just say, "Let's go again."
I mean, they have to as well. We talked about their draft before, and the fact that G had a lot of work cut out, and he's certainly pulling out all the stops here.
Still leading in net worth against an Alchemist. Very impressive. In fact, dominates a random creep just to add a little bit more push. And here we go.
Now, still hasn't got that Octarine either, so push is going to come through from VP, and the question is what Vici can do to stop it.
Yeah, Little Hardy on the sideline looking to get the steal on. He's got the Aghanim Scepter now, so a lot of attention to getting the ultimate. Are they going to just forfeit these 2 Raxes?
They really need to do something here. Super trying to move with the concoction. They get a Hex onto G. They're blowing a lot on him here, and he will get swapped back. He, of course, does still have that Aegis.
Okay.
He might just stick around here as well, VP.
That range Rax barely hanging on. Are you going to just deny it?
Yeah.
What? Is it the truck?
It was a deny. It either doesn't say it, but FY denied the range Rax.
Okay.
Why not? They're going down anyway.
They're not backing off.
It's not good for VP. They may, sorry, VG. They may lose the meta Rexes. Oh, the stolen Omni Slash from Lil. Now comes out the original Omni Slash. The cooldown's going to be pretty nice here. Burning trying to move in, but the BKB's come out. Burning getting low. It's a killing spree for G as they've already found 2. Now the Magic Missile onto Fenrir. They should be able to find the Undying as well. G just fights himself out of the wards here. And it's going to be a concoction for a Super, but he's the only one left alive.
Oh, G's fluttering. He's going in fast, trying to get the kill, but Super turns around. You gotta back off here, G. Just hit the buildings. All right, they get the racks. That's 2 sets of racks. Still no GG call here from Vici Gaming. Like you said, they are protected from the Mega Racks. Tier 2 is up. But again, if you're VP, you're happy with how the fights are going, you can just go back, buy more items, and come again.
Look at the graph now.
Yeah. Did Shadow Fiend even use the agents? I don't think so, right?
God damn it, I missed a kill because I was looking at the graph, Lumi.
It's fine.
It's alright.
You had it in the background.
It's over.
Yeah, they call it GG.
GG, well
Impressive
played.
win.
It was, especially after kind of off the back of what VP did in game 1.
Yeah.
It didn't look great for them in match 1, and Vici just looked to absolutely destroy them. And this time, VP, they turned up with something a little bit different. Yeah, they said, we're going to run Illidan on the safe lane, on the Vengeful Spirit, and it worked incredibly well.
I think that's the most dangerous thing about this team. Like, who do you expect to pull out as
Exactly.
Venge, right? Like, it's good stuff. So, we're supposed to do something.
On overlays. Alright, well, that's not happening.
Maybe they're asking us to
Paper overlays at depth. Paper overlays? Can we not even afford digital ones? My goodness. Well, anyway. Oh, that's it. I think. Oh, hello. I think I can hear people. I think the panel's wanting to talk, so we better let them. But that's it for me and Lumi today. We'll catch you tomorrow for some more action. But don't go anywhere, because we're over to the panelists. And who have we got over there? It's Gods, yep, Shiva, and Cottle Guy. And I think they're ready for me. And hopefully we're going to switch over to them right now. So goodbye, guys. Have a lovely time. Over to the panel.
Thank you so much, Odie. Thank you, Lumi. We are back on the panel and got Gods and Shiva here. Indeed, Shiva furiously working on the group stage scores right now so we can have an update for you by the end of the day as far as where all the teams stand. But talking about the actual series here, Virtus.Pro for Vici Gaming, another split tie. Just breaking down the story, you got to remember going back, Vici Gaming pulled out that Undying Jug off lane. It actually looked really good at the start. They ended up walking away with a couple of pickoffs, but then quickly the Vengeful Spirit tri-lane just kind of took over. They punished Ice 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 over and over again. Then we cut to a bit of a back-and-forth struggle between both teams, but then the 25-minute mark comes in, and it's all about the Roche. Both teams clearly are like, whoever takes this Roche will take the game. And it takes like a 5-minute chapter on who's going to finally get it. Eventually, it is going to be Virtus.Pro who come out on top.
Roche was very much the focal point. And again, and to talk about Burning and how he fits into Vici Gaming, it still feels like he's not in his comfort zone when he's playing these aggressive carries. I mean, Vici Gaming keep putting on him, and I think it's the right playstyle that fits the patch, fits the metagame. And Burning, to give him credit, is really trying to adjust his playstyle. But on the gyro, he's still just not. He kind of always tries to fall back and farm a bit more than he really should be doing. And when he goes on the aggressive, he's often kind of missing opportunities or not quite finding the right timing. So that seems to be one of the kind of weak points as far as Vici Gaming are concerned moving forward. But I mean, this Group A is just. It's a nightmare now, all these draws.
It's ridiculous. And you gotta give props to pretty much the whole spread of Virtus.Pro there. I mean, Lil played a phenomenal Rubik game, had some great steals. FNG lined up some beautiful shots in conjunction with Phobos' vacuum pull, which led to Super's dieback there by that Roche pit. He was coming in, it was led in by the Shadow Shaman. Ambitious blink to the high ground. Like, I got him set now. Wards dropped, but it was like at the drop of a hat, Virtus.Pro were like, we're out of here. We'll pull back, and we got a good catch onto the Owl. Big vacuum combo with the wall, with the blast, and the huge right click from Illidan. Super stood no chance, and that led to the racks coming down, and Virtus.Pro, there was no stopping them. They sieged through and got that one win.
So